Hey everybody, it's Zach. Welcome back to the annual after party discussion for Ahsoka episode 8 season finale. Guys, we definitely have a lot to talk about. I'm gonna let you guys go first. I'm gonna give people a minute to get in here and the stream to catch up to it being started. But I don't know. I'm definitely, depending or not if we get some people in here to talk, or I think I might just go first. I would say this. I don't know how to really say this because it felt because there I have a lot of thoughts going on in my head right now. I gotta say off the bat, there were some cool moments in here right off the bat. Speaking of one of the cool moments, I did skip honestly in the middle of the episode when I clicked because when I started the episode, I when I clicked start and I wanted to skip the recap, I accidentally paused it, and then when I tried to press play, I went to the middle of the episode for a minute and I saw Ezra running with a blue lightsaber. I was like, oh my god, like finally Dave didn't steer us wrong. Ezra's still gonna have a lightsaber in this. He's gonna do some cool shit, right? It got real cool when Ezra got the blue lightsaber, especially when it was a callback to one of the key components of the lightsaber. I think it was the top part of the tip of the lightsaber. It was of the hilt of the lightsaber was the same hilt that Kanan had. He kind of built Kanan's lightsaber, which I really did enjoy. It was like a full circle moment. I loved that. I thought that was really cool, and I thought it was a cool callback to Kanan. I was really happy that Ezra had his lightsaber in here and he made the new one. I was worried that he wasn't going to make a new one at all and we weren't going to see him use a lightsaber at all. But I'm glad that we had a cool lightsaber fight sequence between we had Ahsoka, Sabine with her lightsaber, and of course Ezra with his new lightsaber, and they were all fighting troopers and shit. But the thing that really made me upset the most, I would say, is that in last week's episode, if you guys remember, Thrawn said that all I need to do is we have to make a distraction for them so that way I can get my cargo all ready to leave this planet and then we can leave. I was like, oh, okay, cool. That's why he did the distraction in last week's episode. Cut to this episode, mind you, and I was really upset because I was like, why didn't Ahsoka stop the troopers from leaving when they heard the alarm of they're about to leave, they're about to get off the planet? Why aren't they trying to hijack their ship so they can stop Thrawn from leaving? Cut to the beginning of this episode, they were going slow as shit. And I was kind of like, oh my god, this doesn't make any sense. Why are you going so slow when you know the ship's about to take off? I was like, why are we doing this? I'm like, there really isn't time for this. That you're going super slow with this little kind of, colony that Ezra found and he's been staying with. I was like, you need to book it. You need to get there as quick as possible because bro can get off the planet. It took a minute for the episode to speed up. And really, that needed to happen where, they were going slow so that way Morgan can get... It was, to benefit Morgan getting her powers in this episode and kind of, setting up for, the middle plot of the episode where, she needs to stay back so that way, because they're not ready to take off for some unknown reason. They're not ready to take off again. Just so we could have that cool fight sequence where Ahsoka is fighting Morgan Elsbeth, and, of course, Ezra and Sabine have to try to get up on the ship before, Thrawn takes off. Long story short, Sabine stays back to help, Ahsoka fight the other troopers. Mind you, these troopers are actually, they were brought back to life by the witches. They did come back to life after Ahsoka, Sabine, and Ezra wrecked shop and took all the troopers out, but there was magic. The witches brought the troopers back, and kind of that was the distracting point to keep them busy so that way Thrawn can get off world. But of course, like I said, Sabine helped Ezra force jump onto the ship secretly so Thrawn doesn't know. And of course, Sabine decided to stay back and help Ahsoka out, take out Morgan, and also take out the troopers so that way Ahsoka could focus on the fight, with Morgan. And so essentially that fight was really cool. Like I said, the fight between Morgan and Ahsoka one-on-one was really cool. I do gotta say, it doesn't make sense to me though, because Ahsoka should have really had no problem fighting Morgan. In my personal opinion, she got trained by the best Jedi, knowing the man, which of course was Anakin Skywalker. I found it really, why are you struggling this much to defeat Morgan? I understand she got kind of upgraded, but I'm like, no. In reality, I said the same thing. Ahsoka should have killed Baylan. There was no reason for that character to keep going. And I'm even more confused by the end of this episode where that character of Baylan's going to go. And I feel like Dave still had plans for that character, even though sadly the passing of the actor that played Baylan passed. I feel like Dave has plans for that character, and I still don't give a shit. That was a character I started to like at the beginning, and he just got annoying to me. I'm like, bro's losing it. I don't know what bro's on about. I still have no clue what bro's trying to do. He just looked off at the end of the episode like he saw something. It looked like Lord of the Rings. Something was shining out in the distance. I don't know what bro's on. I don't kind of care. So I don't. It kind of left me in a place where like I still don't know what he wants to do. So I really don't care. And I feel like that character should have died because it made sense that she lost their first fight. She technically died, got reborn Ahsoka, and then came back to life. And I thought their rematch he should have died. So I feel like that was already another mistake I really didn't like about the season. I think that character should have died. And I think if I'm being honest, I feel like Ahsoka at that point of her being reborn should have had no problem defeating Morgan as much as she did. In my personal opinion, we know how Ahsoka fights in the Clone Wars series. I'm sorry, I feel like that fight went on for too long. Again, I know that them going slow to benefit Morgan getting her power, just felt like they were just going slow on purpose. So and holding off Thrawn leaving to benefit again the buildup of the TIE fighters, bombing their ship while they're going slow to stop Thrawn, and then their ship gets totally wrecked. Hu Yang is stuck fixing it while they're on the wolves trying to catch up to the ship, and then we have a whole big the starship is firing down at them while they're trying to get into the hangar so that way they can make their way up to stop Thrawn. Stuff like that I guess needed to happen, but it felt like, okay, like this doesn't technically need to happen, when in last week's episode Thrawn only did the distraction to get all the shit on the ship and then take off. It just didn't make sense to me at all. Cool episode. Ezra with the lightsaber was dope. Yeah, I thought that was dope too, super wise. Ultimately not enough for me to classify the show as good. I totally agree with you as well. It was, you hate this word, mid at best. I'm ready for TVA to abduct me now. I agree. I'm right there with you. I don't disagree with any of that. Otto, how's it going, bro? Hi. Kind of thought that Thrawn will leave Morgan behind. I kind of thought that too when she got her powers, and when he said, "Oh, we need a little bit more time," I'm like, "Oh my god, you don't need more time. This is the writers writing you to say you need more time, when in reality, you said all you had to do in last week's episode was load up your ship and get the fuck out of there. You don't need more time. This is the writers trying to prolong all this cool stuff from happening because they messed up making episode 3." Going into episode 4, make it one long episode from 3 to 3 when it's supposed to be 3 to 4, and it's kind of like they felt rushed at this moment, so they're thinking, oh, forget what Ron said about all he needed was a distraction to load up the ship and then he could leave. Apparently now he needs to like wait a minute for them to catch up, from them to one, the TIE fighters that failed taking them out the first time, the TIE fighters, to then them get on wolves, to then give Morgan her powers, to then them getting there, and then bro's still not taking off when he knows that they're there and he failed. Like, I guess the starfighter or the starship had stormtrooper aim because they couldn't hit shit down below to stop them from getting into the hangars to make their way up. Bro could have left right as they got there. He could have left. He undermined them so much, and it's like that's not the character where he would have undermined them that much. He should have just took off to begin with from like last week's episode or something like that. I felt that was so weird. Or I mean, just all in all, I mean, I felt like it should have led with maybe them speeding off to go stop them, and then we start this episode. We didn't need the slow transition for the TIE fighters to come in. It could have just, they sped at the end of last week's episode to stop him, and then we kicked it off right with him sending out the troopers or whatever to get ready for them to enter the gates, and then we could have started the episode from there. We really didn't need that slow start of TIE fighters, then him waiting for them to get there to do. Just none of all that needed to happen. Even though it was cool, it's kind of like they really messed up. I just feel like they really did. I honestly do. I thought it was just an okay episode, if I'm being quite honest. Not gonna lie, but even though this episode did have some highlights, this episode felt pretty much like a stinker to me. I agree. Like that's my point, is that they did it so wrong, extending, because it felt so rushed in last week's episode, and it felt dumb. A lot of things happened in last week's episode I just didn't like. The only two parts of the episode 7 I liked was the hologram Anakin, and then also C-3PO popping up. But how about we end this series where Shin is going to that group of people that were getting ready to just murder people, and which makes no sense to me because Shin automatically did not like them when Baylan decided to team up with them. So why would she go to that same group and want to kind of like be with them? Doesn't make any sense to me. I expected, if anything, she would want to go to Ahsoka and Sabine, because we saw that kind of transition where she kind of saw so kind of thought that Balin was crazy, and she's like, "What you've been teaching me has been all wrong." And I thought she would have went to Ahsoka and Sabine by the end of the episode for a redemption arc. That would have made more sense than her going to a group that initially she's like, "Why are we going to them? They're just as insane, you know what I mean? Than what they're willing to do to get off this planet, and I don't find it okay that you want to team up with them." But yet she goes to them to want to, I don't even know, maybe want to be their leader. I have no clue. And then Balin's just looking off like it's some Lord of the Rings, and I still don't know what bro's trying to do. It's like they left this series off where I don't know what's happening. Yes, it was cool with Ezra saw, Hera and got back home, but it's like, are we still gonna forget that Thrawn got out? Like, are we like Ezra didn't do anything? I thought Ezra, when he got on the ship, he would have like went straight to Thrawn to take him out. That's what I thought was gonna happen. And also, the biggest question I have of all, how come Thrawn did not know that Ezra took a ship to get off the starship? How was there no alarms that said, okay, there's a ship exiting the starship? How did the witches not know that there was a rogue trooper that took a ship and got off? Shit like that didn't make any sense to me at all, because let's be real, like, the witches knew Ahsoka was getting ready to show up with Purgles. So how did the witches not know that Ezra was on the ship and took the an escape ship and went to go wherever? That doesn't make any sense to me. That was one thing I'm just like, that doesn't make any sense. How come he didn't know? How come the witches didn't know? Just didn't make any sense to me. Although there's a theory that Skeleton Crew main part will take place in a nearby galaxy, and I think in the end they will meet Ahsoka and Sabine. That would be cool. That would get me pretty hyped, I guess, and that would really convince me, if we knew for sure that that's how it was going to go, to watch that show. Because if I'm being honest, there's nothing a part of Skeleton Crew that makes me want to watch that show. There's nothing like that is motivating me to watch that show. Mind you, we haven't gotten any trailers for it, so maybe that could change when we get some trailers. But I don't know enough of what's going to happen next for me to care for this ending. And yeah, I don't really understand the point of us seeing Anakin, Force Ghost Anakin. I don't really know what the point of that was. Yeah, it was cool, but it's like, what does that mean? There was a lot of what does that mean in the end of this episode. I was like, what does this mean? Again, that was I said it before in the pre-show discussion. We don't know what's happening next with these projects for them to do a cliffhanger like this. There's no incentive for us to feel like, oh my god, I'm super excited for like a movie or a next show. I don't feel that way, because there is nothing on the slate of things we know for sure that are going to go anywhere. Yeah, I know Dave Filoni's doing a movie, but really, what's going to happen? What else are we building up to? What's really confirmed? What dates are confirmed? Like, I don't have enough to be like, okay, this is crazy. This is up there with like a Marvel cliffhanger. I don't feel that way. And that's a problem. And also, like I said, if they didn't mess up on episodes 3 and 4, and they made it just, they made episode 3 a little bit longer, finish that 4 storyline, and had Ahsoka, get fall off or whatever in that episode, and we had the Anakin episode in episode 4, and then 5, whatever, it could have been streamlined better. They effed up with that. They should not have done that. And I hate when shows do that, when they extend an episode into another episode, when it's like, you don't need to do that. Just make the episode a little bit longer. Don't waste another episode, because you know what I mean? It's just you're using precious episodes so you don't feel like things are getting rushed towards the end and you have to speed things up. So I don't know. I felt like just things were a little rushed in some places. They did some stupid mistakes. If they would have successfully did episodes 3 and 4 and successfully did this finale, I would say this would be a top tier, a 10 out of 10 series. But like I said, if I'm being honest, I'd only rewatch the Anakin episode out of all these episodes. If I'm being honest. And again, sad, no Zeb. Exactly. There was no Zeb. Although there wasn't any, which was bullshit. There was no Zeb at all. So I feel like they really... I mean, I don't know. I feel like why am I surprised at the same time? Star Wars, I feel like, always does this. Especially nowadays with Star Wars, it just really upsets me. I really thought that this was not going to end up me feeling this way, but I still feel this way. Again, they did a comeback, like I said. They gave me Ezra swinging around the lightsaber. Super grateful for that. I'm at this point where I'm like, cool. You know what I mean? Yes, you gave me Anakin, you gave me some cool Clone Wars moments, but like, again, it didn't follow up on the main point of the story was, again, stopping Thrawn, which they failed to do so. and the writers not really remembering that Thrawn didn't need to stay there for another episode. He could have just left this episode. You know what I mean? Like instantly. But again, they needed Thrawn to wait and for things to happen. So that's the writer's problem. That's not the character's problem. That's the writers writing it and forgetting that Thrawn all said, okay, we need a distraction to upload the thing, upload my cargo so we can leave in the next episode. And then like he took a year and a half. Things just kept popping up. I was like, bro. I was like, you leave, please leave already. Like, why are you taking so long? Like, I honestly felt that way. Again, it was to benefit all the cool sequences: Ahsoka, Sabine, Ezra wielding the lightsabers, fighting the troopers, them coming back to life, Ahsoka fighting Morgan. Things like that needed to happen for that to happen, but it's like I would have preferred none of that happening and then something else happening where they rushed and then things happened to go do that or something. I just felt like, what are we doing here? Like, it just felt almost too long it took him to leave, if that makes any sense. When in reality, you did not need to spend that long for him to leave. I don't know. It's just going to be very interesting to see what is next because I don't know what's next. So, I don't know. I'm so pissed I don't know what's in those crates. I feel like I know. I feel like also the reason Dave didn't show what's in the crates because we all know what's in the crates. Let's all say it. It's going to be Snoke or it's going to be Palpatine in them damn clone pods. I guarantee it. And I'm going to tell you that right now. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. If they pop up, I'm stopping right there. I will stop. I will not go any further. If it's a movie, a show, I will walk out. I'll be like, nope, not doing this because I know where this is going. I don't care. I think it's dumb that Disney wants to make more sequel movies with the one that should not be named. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do it, but like, I don't like the sequel movies, and I don't want things to go into those. I don't want it. So I'm gonna be honest. Like going forward, I'm gonna be very, very lenient on what I pick with Star Wars, if especially I think that's where we are going. Where Dave is trying to canonize that when I really thought that's what he was not trying to do. Because I need other guesses though. Does anybody else know what's in those pods? That's gonna make me feel better because I feel like it is Snoke or I feel like it is Palpatine. I had this talk with my brother. I was like, I'm done. I said I'm done. I won't be watching anything that's gonna be going into the sequels. If that's what we're going to. I was like, because I feel like that was the start of it with what's his face? With I'm already forgetting his name. Because again, Mando season 3 really did a number on me where like I can't even remember Rose's name. With what's his name, guys? I'm gonna need like help again. Giancarlo Esposito's character's name. See, that's what I'm saying. Season 3 did it where like I don't remember that character's name. It's sad too because like I said, I used to know that character's name on the top, but like season 3 kind of dimmed down that character, that villain, where I was kind of like, eh. But yeah, they started the cloning with that, which makes me feel like, oh no, we know what's in the pods, so no. And again, that was a great ending set up. Other stormtroopers, Moff. Thank you, Superwise. Although other stormtroopers, I don't think it's other stormtroopers that are in those crates. I don't think so. The only reason I'm saying that is because I felt like the troopers we saw were the troopers we saw in like the episode where we saw Thrawn come out. I think those are the only troopers he has. I don't think he's fully bringing back a whole army because if I want to be honest, I don't think that starship had any more troopers than what was supplied when Thrawn was walking through that kind of trooper hall. I don't think those are troopers in there. I would be surprised if those were troopers in there. I think that they are clones, which just scares me. I would hope that they are troopers. I'm hoping that that's the case, but I don't think that's the case. I would be surprised. Jonathan, you said that was a great ending set up. I don't know. Part of me doesn't feel like so because there was some problems with this series. There definitely was some problems. I've said it before. Episode 3 going into episode 3 because I don't consider that an episode 4 because it just finished off episode 3. It made it feel like the result of it feeling rushed into episode 7. You know what I mean? It just and Dave, I don't know. I don't know really what's planned, so I don't have the hype going forward with other things, especially when we don't know what's in those crates, which makes me even more think that I'm right with my theory. So I don't know. Dave had to set up Palpatine returning. At least he didn't bring him back for the episode. That's the thing. Dave didn't need to do that. Dave had the opportunity to use the World Between Worlds to undo all that shit. He could have done it, but he didn't do it, and it annoys me. And I don't know if that was Kathleen that wouldn't let him do it, but I swear to God, if I have her to blame again, I will do it because I blame her for the sequel mess. I honestly do. I had to do it somehow. Yeah, seriously. The owl was cool. I forget the owl's name, but of course that's the same owl that sacrificed herself to bring Ahsoka back in the Clone Wars series. I forget her name. But of course the brother is like hates the sister. I think her name is the sister, and the brother of course is the brother of the dark side or whatever, something like that. But yeah, so that was cool that we saw the owl. I thought that was really really cool. But other than that, I don't know. I'm just confused. The ending kind of confused me. I don't know where this is gonna go. Although I did like your idea that Skeleton Crew, like, it will be on a nearby galaxy, and then maybe that they will stumble upon Sabine and Ahsoka. That would be really cool. I don't know if that will happen, but that would actually be really sick. So maybe hopefully you're right on that. That'd be really really cool. He's using the world between worlds for the Mortis gods. Okay, yes. People already overhyping this show. Lol, I am so ready to move on. I agree. I'm absolutely ready to move on. Listen, Ray Stevenson is going to be a god. Ray Stevenson is going to be a god. Ray Stevenson? Who? Real quick question. Who is Ray Stevenson? Oh, is that supposed to be Balin? Is that Ray Stevenson? Is that his actual name? The actor's name? As is Anakin. Well, again, I don't care for where the Balin character is going. I really don't. I mean, like I said, they're gonna have to recast, of course, due to the sad passing of. I think that is his name, Ray Stevenson. Ray Stevenson's passing, but like I said, I just don't care. Balin, yeah, I don't care. That's the that was the problem. Is like I didn't know what bro was on about. What he was spewing. I was right there with Shin. I was like, bro's cuckoo. I was like, what's bro talking about? They weren't very specific on him saying, I want to be a god. You could have just said that. I want to be a god. There you go. Simple enough for me. Okay, cool. But bro was so weird about it. I was like, what do you want about? What do you hear that I'm not hearing? Because he said, I hear, don't you hear it? And Shin's like, sure, bud. I hear it. Yeah. Like what's bro talking about? No, it is a Force ghost now. Wait, what? You'll see. Okay, wait. So wait, Balin's a Force ghost now? Because he didn't look like a Force ghost. Trust me. All right, John, I'll trust you, but man, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm kind of like I have a headache from that episode a little bit. I can't lie. I think the coolest part of the episode was probably seeing Ezra use his lightsaber or using kind of Kanan's lightsaber. You know what I mean? I thought that was really dope. Other than that, I'm like, I just want to go on to Loki. That's all I want to do. I just want to go on to Loki and be happy and not be confused because it's crazy to me because people think the multiverse is like they can't comprehend it. I can comprehend that more than I can comprehend this. I have no clue what the hell is going on. Nada. Dave is going to save the mess ups for episodes 7, 8, and 9. I really hope so. No more God now. Okay. That was the power he was talking about. Okay. So that kind of like the wizard looking dude. He wants to have the power of him. The big statue. I think we've seen before in Clone Wars, but I can't remember. He may reset the whole universe. Maybe that's what Balin wants to do. I have no clue because he did. I think he said he wants to like have the circle, or I guess the cycle of Jedi's rising and like the Sith rising and fall, all that shit, or the Empire rising and the Jedi rising and falling, and he wants to put an end to all that. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm guessing he would reboot the universe. I guess that only makes sense. That could be a cool possibility. Maybe we could start from scratch. What if that was what Dave was trying to do? Start things from scratch, and then we see what is it? Superwise, we were talking about it. We could get the start of was it I can't think of it. The Old Republic, or not Old Republic, are they? Yeah, the Knights of the Old Republic. We could get that. Wouldn't that be dope? Maybe he's trying to do a full reboot so we can get the Knights of the Old Republic. That would be dope. If that's what they're trying to do. if like reboot to do that and to start from there again to see the rise of the Jedi and the starting of the Jedi and all that, that'd be really really cool, really really cool. Yes, but it will be able to bring all Jedi back. That would, yes, yes. Okay, Jonathan, if that's what you're talking about and that's what Dave's trying to do, that would be really really dope. If that's what he's trying to do though, I have no clue. I need to start seeing that if that's what bro's trying to do. Maybe I don't know enough about the whole Mortis gods and all that shit. Like that's a lot of like book reading and stuff like that. Or I don't know anything really about that. But that would be cool if you're able to reboot shit like that. That'd be really really cool. Multiverse like three, multiverse like three Spider-Man. That'd be really really dope if that's what they're trying to do. I'm down for that. I need to see it though. Like it's got to be put in motion quick because I'm getting tired of this stuff a little bit. So hopefully we get some news about where this is going, like with other shows. I don't know if we're getting. I don't even know if we're getting a Mando season 4. Don't really want one if I'm being honest. Um, I don't know. I know we're getting, of course. What is it? Um, Forgetting the name of it. What's the show? What's the show called? Andor. There we go. But Andor's not going to tie into any of this because it's before. So I don't know. I don't know if we're getting an Ahsoka season 2. I have no clue. I think that got announced at some point. I think they were thinking about doing it. The way like anyone that died can be recasted, that would be cool. Now I don't know if that's what fans would want, to see like an Anakin coming back and all those characters and we're just starting again. I don't know if I'd want to see all that. I would just prefer them start from scratch and maybe we just do things from there. Trust in Dave. I do trust in Dave. I'm lacking a little bit of trust because like other people were involved in this. We all have to remember that. Dave killed it in the things that he was involved with, especially episode 5. He did that all, it was all him. I still got faith in him, but I hate to say it, a lot of other people doing this series kind of messed it all up. I wonder if Dave just did it. If Dave just did the whole series, it probably would have been like top notch all the way. If Dave did it from start to finish. I think that's what they need to start letting bro do, is just let him and John do it. Just let them do it and have no one else touch it. I think that's what they got to start doing going forward, in my personal opinion. But all of the original characters will still exist. Of course, they'll still exist on the reboot, but we'll start from scratch. So it's like we wouldn't have gotten all that stuff yet, but we'll get to start from the beginning. And we don't even have to touch those things because they could fill in the gaps from the earlier Star Wars movies of the prequels. Like we don't even need to touch upon those moments again, if that makes any sense. I would just love to start from the beginning. Like let's get an old, like I want to stop going forward for a minute and let's go all the way back for the minute. Like we need just new stuff. Because I don't know, even with what I'm seeing here, it's just because other people are being involved in this project, I'm having a hard time caring for what's going to go going forward. He did the best setup he could with the trash of, yeah, of the last 3 movies. I agree. Yeah, they are now. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So I agree. Hopefully it's just smooth sailing from here, and hopefully we're not waiting too long. I'm also worried about this because, as we all know, the actor strike is still going on. The writer strike is done, so I'm glad that the studios could work with the writers, on with everything that was going on with that. But the actor strike is still going on, so I don't know until the studios can get their shit together and just pay the actors what they deserve. We could start getting these things back on track where we get announcements for these projects that are going to follow up to what happened here. I just don't want to be waiting too long. When it's like we need explanations quick, because if I'm being honest, my brain's gonna hurt if there's nothing for like the next 2 years to kind of make this make sense. So I really need stuff to start kicking up, or this is gonna be like, what's happening? I'm definitely gonna have to watch new Rockstars. That's for damn sure, because I still don't know what the hell this episode was. But they had to include the last 3 movies. Sadly, they did, unfortunately, because like I said, I think that's what's in those pods. I like that Chopper knew the Stormtrooper was Ezra. Otto, I agree. I was like, he knows. And Otto, shout out to you, because you were the one that said, I hope that Ezra wears the Stormtrooper outfit. So shout out to you. Round of applause for Otto, guys, in the chat, because, bro, you were right. He did the exact same thing you said he was going to do. So, you really were thinking, because he did that. I thought that was so funny. Right when it happened, I was like, wait a second, Otto said that was gonna happen. So I was like, oh, bro, like that's awesome. So I'm glad that you got that because that was very funny. That's very Ezra. He'll do anything to wear a stormtrooper outfit. So I thought that was super super funny. Um, the new reboot won't be the same characters. Maybe Jedi could be Sith sign could be Jedi like dark side Luke versus Jedi Luke. Yeah, that would be pretty dope. Chopper had to be force sensitive, laughing my ass off. Yo, Jonathan, that's funny. Chopper had to be force sensitive. I mean, yeah, I guess so. Chopper, it's so funny. Chopper knew that just shows how close Chopper and Ezra were that he would just know it. So I got a kick out of that. I thought that was pretty funny. But like I said, there were some highlights in this episode. It's just I don't know. I don't know. It could have been executed a lot better. Now the real question is, I want to hear you guys say it down, hear your opinions down in the comments below or down in the chat. What what series do you prefer? The Obi-Wan series or the Ahsoka series? Let me know. Cuz honestly, I'm thinking about it and it's kind of like I don't know what I prefer. I think I still kind of prefer this over the Obi-Wan series, but I'm really curious to know what you guys all have to say. Um Jerry said, "Wait, there was 3 movies after Return of the Jedi." Spoiler alert! Lol. Laugh my ass off, Jerry. Yeah, bro, Jerry. I love when you do that. Like literally, I need to start doing that. Like, there's 3 movies. What? What are you talking about? Maybe in your universe, but not in my universe. I agree, Jerry. I totally act like those movies don't even count. But every time there's a sign, I'm like, oh no, oh no, I know what we're doing. Like, oh man, I can never forgive them for that. Those movies should have never have happened, ever, 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 ever. They should have just left it alone. Left Star Wars alone if they had no plan going in to those movies. They should have just left it alone. But that's Disney. They'll do anything for money, and they just said, "F it. Let's just put something together and let's just do this." Ahsoka. Are you okay? So you like Ahsoka, Jonathan, more than than Obi Wan? I agree. I agree with that because that Dave Filoni episode makes me like this more. And also, like I said, the good moments that I did like of like the first episode, the second episode, the fifth episode, and you know what I mean. And some parts I liked in this episode with Ezra with the lightsaber and all that shit. Like it still goes over the Obi Wan series. So I would say Ahsoka too. Yeah. I ain't even gonna lie. I take Obi Wan. Gave me more substance. Yeah, you're not wrong, bro. Dealing with the post Revenge of the Sith stuff, and I'd go back to that over this. You know what? I agree with that. I agree with that because, like I said, I only watched the Anakin, episode here. So honestly, yeah, I agree. I feel like the nostalgia of Obi-Wan and the post Revenge of the Sith. I'm changing my answer. I agree. Yeah, because I wasn't really thinking about that. Yeah, it makes a lot of. They make a good point, bro. Not gonna lie, because I do gotta remember that sick fight sequence we did get against, rematch against Obi-Wan and kind of Anakin again. So I mean, I'm giving it that, and also we got a flashback to the Clone Wars. Yeah, we because we did get a Clone Wars flashback, but it was the Attack of the Clones, the movie, when there was the training scene. So I give it that. I agree. Although the only thing I like about the last 3 movies was BB-8. BB-8 was cool. I agree. Based Zach, exactly, bro. Like I agree, man. Like you're not wrong when you really think about it. Yeah, I would say yeah. There was good moments in every episode. Obi-Wan took 4 episodes to get good though. Yeah, that's also a good point too. Yes, that's a good point. Yeah, BB-8 is a gangster, laughing my ass off. Dude, BB-8, I swear to God, does anybody remember the moment Obi-Wan gave me a little more substance and some cool moments? I agree. Like I said, seeing Obi-Wan wield the lightsaber again and really seeing him try, like the story of Obi-Wan, like being so down in the dirt because of what happened to Anakin and he feels like it's his fault, and then him, on this journey to refine that old version of himself. I love that. I thought that was really, really cool. Um, Andor over both. Jerry, I agree. I didn't even mention Andor. Andor definitely over both. I agree. I agree with you on that one for sure. Which is crazy when you think about that. Andor should not be over both when you really think about it. Over legacy characters coming back for a show, and then and not only that, but like the Rebels and the Ahsoka the Rebels in live action, but yet we're saying Andor a side character that was really never, I would say, like that took people by surprise on popularity, where he got his own series, ended up being ended up being better over these two series that should have been better than that. Is crazy, crazy. Andor clears all for real. Exactly, Superwise. Exactly, Jerry. I agree with you guys both on that one. I gotta go, brother. Love you though. Yeah, love you, Jonathan. Have a nice night. Thank you for being in here. I appreciate it, man. As always. Thank you. BB-8 took notes from Chopper. I honestly, yeah. Mandalorian season 2 was my favorite though. Mandalorian season 2 was fantastic. I agree. Mandalorian season 2 was really good. Same with Mandalorian season 1. It's definitely up there, I would say, with Andor. I would say on good storytelling and fun. I would say that, yeah. I would say it. But I think Andor still clears all. I think Andor story, it had no slow moments. I felt like it just was adrenaline the entire time. And really you just felt like it had Rogue One vibes. And it felt in Rogue One, the Empire you just felt like there was no win. You felt like you were just being stuck in the dirt and there was no win. There was no comeback. I felt that way in Andor. I felt, especially from a character of Andor not caring about the Empire and him just be like, it's not my fight. If I just keep my head low, the Empire will leave you alone. And he slowly started to realize that's not the case. The Empire will not leave you alone. And that was the start of the character of Andor, the Andor that we knew in Rogue One. That was the start of that character being built, and the character development starting. So I really do love Andor. I have to rewatch it at some point because I really, really loved it. I have, especially the score was great in Andor. I love the score in Andor. But yeah, dude. Speaking of which, back to what I was saying. But the BB-8 sequence. Does anybody remember this in Force Awakens when Finn, gives the thumbs up to BB-8 about lying about him, about BB-8 recognizing him as a part of the Resistance? I could have swore bro put up the middle finger when he had like the lighter pop up. I cracked up because I thought he actually put up the middle finger. It looked like he did. With like the little matchstick flipped up, I was cracking up in the theater. That still has me dead every time that scene pops up because it's swear to God, bro is flipping Finn the finger. It makes me laugh every time. I mean, how could you not think that, bro? It's all bro had, and it was in the middle. It cracked me up, and it was so sudden when like he's like, oh yeah, and he went, he flipped it open. I cracked up every time. So that's probably one of the funniest sequences. Yes, me too. What you said? Okay. Supervisor said 2 new Marvel developments, new Loki clip. Oh, that just released right now. Released, and Daniel RPK reveals Blade is going through another complete rewrite. Oh god, how many times has Blade script been rewritten? Has it been like 4 times now? 3 times now? Oh lord. Okay, oh man, knock on wood, Blade turns out very well because I'm really worried about it. And there's only so many times Mahershala Ali could take that bad news before he's just like, I don't care anymore. I don't want to be Blade. I mean, that thing is taking way too long. It got announced back, 2022 or something like that. 2020, that movie got announced. It's just, oh man. I feel so bad for him. I gotta watch that clip though. Oh, I can't watch the clip. I can't watch the clip. I said I would not react to any more stuff. So I can't watch that clip. As much as I really want to, I can't do it. I can't do it. No. Okay. Jonathan, you said Disney ruined Book of Boba Fett. Book of Boba Fett was so trash. Yeah, I agree. Mando season 3, they rushed it. Dave even said it exactly because Kathleen just was too involved and they were getting ready to walk off the project. John and Dave. Me too. This is like the 94th rewrite of Blade, bro. I'm so tired of this. Oh, what's up, Jimmy? How's it going, bro? I am so hyped for Blade, but this is legit embarrassing. It is embarrassing. I don't think anything should be rewritten this many times. Ridiculous. Those scripts must be trash if you really think about it. To be rewritten about like 4 times, 5 times, those scripts must be real trash. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I ain't watching the clip either. We are too close. Exactly. I can't watch that clip. I gotta be strong. Bro, I want to watch that clip so bad. I really wishes you didn't tell me because I'm gonna be tempted, but I can't watch it. I can't do it. We are so close. We are like 1 day away. It's tomorrow and then it's it. And it's there. It's technically tomorrow. I can't do it. I can't do it. Nope. No, no, no. I gotta be chill. I gotta be chill. It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it. I just can't watch it. I can't watch it. Mm-mm. What happened with Blade? Apparently it's going through another rewrite. Jamegi, news just broke. It's gonna be another rewrite. What clip? Jamegi, they released a Loki season 2 clip. The first clip ever. I can't watch it. I said on my yesterday's, I think it was my yesterday's featurette reaction. I said this is it. I said this is the last thing I'm reacting to. I've yet to get spoiled, and I feel like if I watch that clip, I'm gonna be so upset because when the clip will end, and I'll be very upset because I'll be like, I'm gonna watch the rest of it. I can't do that to myself. I will probably shake my monitor because I want to watch the rest. I would want the rest of the clip to play out, like the full episode. I can't do it. We are so close. I cannot do it. Can't do it. I'm so pumped for Loki. If you guys can't already tell, oh man, I bought every single merch item that they had at Hot Topic. Every single merch item I bought. I've yet to get the jumpsuit, but I want to get the jumpsuit at some point. But I can't do it. I mean, I probably will get the jumpsuit eventually, but I can't watch the clip. I just can't watch the clip. Make Blade rated R. I think Blade is going to be rated R, but the problem is it keeps getting rewritten so many times, which sucks. I don't know why it's getting rewritten all this time. It's ridiculous. So Loki is tomorrow. Technically not tomorrow, but technically I'm considering it is tomorrow because, like I said, we're almost. If I'm being honest, it's 10:32. There's only a couple more minutes, or like 2 hours. We got 2 hours left, right? Yeah, we got 2 hours left until it is officially Wednesday. So at this point, I'm saying it's tomorrow's Loki. I'm considering this Wednesday and tomorrow's Loki. But that's how close we are. We are so close to Loki. It's technically on Thursday, but I'm so excited. So excited. But guys, like I said, my goal right now is to get to 100 subscribers over on my Patreon. So definitely, it would mean the world to me if we could get we can get some Patreon subs tonight for people to go over and go subscribe to my Patreon. It's only $5 a month. You get access to my series reactions, movie reactions, and like I said, we're gonna be rewatching Werewolf by Night, but we're gonna be doing it in color. So my rewatch reaction for Werewolf by Night will be up on the 21st. The colored version of Werewolf by Night that will be dropping on the 21st of October. And of course, starting on this Thursday, I will be dropping my episodes 5 and 6 rewatch of Loki season 1. Of course, the episode 5, and then of course the episode 6 season 1 finale of Loki. Those will drop early Thursday mornings. That way, you guys, if you want to, if you are going to join my Patreon tonight, you guys can rewatch all my reactions for Loki season 1, and then of course that night we'll be we'll be back here for the pre-show discussion for episode 1 of Loki season 2. So definitely that'd mean the world to me if you guys could if we could get 100 Patreon subs over there before the end of this year. That'd be amazing. And also, if you haven't done so already and you haven't subscribed to my gaming channel, definitely go do so. It's in my channels list. You will find my gaming channel. We're at 70. I want to say we're at 76 or 77 subscribers over on the gaming channel. We're almost at 100 subs. That is the goal, to hit 100 subs over on the gaming channel. I'd like to hit 200 subs over on the gaming channel before this year ends, before the end of this year, but we'll have to just wait and see. The main goal is to get to 100, so if you haven't done so, please go do so. Mahershala apparently stepped in after first script failed, and we are like on the 4th rewrite. Geez, so it seems like he can't crack it either. I can't, laughing my ass off, bro. Oh man, could save the Loki jumpsuit cosplay for the season 2 finale reaction. I want to get it, so it said it'd take about 5 to 6 days. So maybe I will get it maybe next week, because I get paid next week. So maybe I'll buy it next week, and it'll be here way before the finale. Like, we'll probably be here the following week. So it'll probably be on episode 3 of Loki, or way before episode 3 of Loki, which would be incredible. It would be literally the same day Spider-Man 2 will be out, that following midnight of that Thursday going into that Friday. So that'd be amazing if I could get my jumpsuit by then, wear it, of course, on episode 3 of Loki or whatever. And then, hopefully, like I said, I have yet to decide what I'm going to do, guys, because episode 3 of Loki drops on that Thursday, which of course, going into that late Thursday, Spider-Man 2 will be dropping. So I need to decide what I want to do because me and my bro Troy were talking about it, and apparently our GameStop, one of the GameStop employees that we have at our GameStop that we go to, our GameStop is in the mall, said that in every select city, a GameStop will have a midnight release. So I pre-ordered my Spider-Man 2 copy at my GameStop that's in the mall, and my mall closes at 9 o'clock. So there's a problem there. Because one, if they were gonna do a midnight release, they'd have to pay them all like $1,000 to like stay open. Because like I said, my GameStop is in the mall. So I have yet to decide what I'm gonna be doing because me and my bro were talking about maybe exchanging our pre-orders and pre-ordering them at the GameStop that's gonna be open at midnight, in our city. So it's gonna I don't know how I'm gonna do it because if it's strictly gonna be at midnight, I'll still be able to watch Loki, do the pre-show discussion for episode 3 of Loki, and then watch the episode of Loki and do my after show, of course, or do the reaction, and then do my after party discussion for Loki episode 3, and then go get my copy of Marvel Spider-Man 2. I could do a live stream for that midnight if I do go to the midnight, release for Marvel Spider-Man 2. I can actually like do a live stream and take you guys with me while I go get my game, and then I'll probably upload it overnight, like, of course, let it install overnight, and then play it probably first thing Friday morning. And then hopefully my collector's edition will be arriving that Friday, early Friday morning, if not early Thursday afternoon. I have yet to know what's going to end up happening. So the unboxing could happen mid Thursday afternoon. My unboxing for the collector's edition could happen. Us, of course, being here for Loki pre-show, after show, me going to get my game, doing a live stream, doing that, and then installing it overnight, and then that Friday, us playing it over on the gaming channel, and then that would pretty much be it. I plan to beat it on Friday, like the story, but if I can't do it, I'll probably cut it into two, like play a majority of it from like do early Friday morning, like probably maybe 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, play it as long as possible, take a quick break, maybe eat something, and then play the rest of it, and maybe finish it before Friday night or into Friday night. I have no clue. And then probably I'll do like the side shit on like the weekend. But Jimmy Goose said how make a Blade movie have got vampire girls rated R, make Dracula son a daughter be the main villain. Yeah, Con Frost has a side villain. Yeah, it doesn't sound so hard when you mention it, but I don't know what they're gonna do with the Blade movie, Jimmy. It should be very, very interesting what they do. Jimmy said that would be cool. It would be cool. It really would be cool. I just want them to do it justice. If they're gonna make a Blade movie, and especially Mahershala Ali is perfect for it, I want it to be really, really good. I just don't know. With this 5th rewrite or 4th rewrite, it just makes my expectations very, I hate to say it, low. But I'm glad that Marvel is noticing that these are bad. I mean, I hate to say it, but unlike DC that just puts out bad shit, the universe shit, you gotta give credit where credit is due that Marvel is not letting it go out if it's bad. We at least gotta look at it from that side. Let's be real, if I'm being honest. The only reason why my sanity is kept with Blade is that apparently it is rated R, yes. And the MCU has my respect if that sticks. Yeah, exactly. Especially because that's not going to be the first rated R movie. Of course, Deadpool is going to be the first rated R movie in the MCU. And of course, let's be real, we can't all forget that, Daredevil is going to be, I think TVMA, that was confirmed. And is going to be dealing with a very dark villain. We got to give credit where credit is due that Marvel is knowing what we want. And it's going to take some time. And it's not their fault that the writer's strike happened. It's not their fault that the actor's strike happened. It is not their fault. It is Hollywood's fault. It's the studio's fault. Simple as that. And it's not Marvel Studios that is being hesitant on giving the actors the right amount of money. It's Disney. It is Bob Iger being very, I hate to say it, greedy, that's messing all this shit up too. Because he is the corporate head of Disney. He's fucking everything up. But I don't know. Hopefully things get resolved. I really, really hope so. And when it comes to the actors getting paid what they are owed, I hope so. That could always cancel that. Yeah, that could always cancel it and make a Ghost Rider. Yeah, they could always cancel it and make a Ghost Rider. I'm not gonna lie. I would really prefer that. With Blade, there was never always a character I was super I super liked, if that makes any sense. I've watched the Blade movies and I thought they were okay. With Wesley Snipes, I know a lot of people might think, "What the hell am I talking about?" Like those movies are good, but when I watched them, I was like, they're okay." But I said, "Oh, when the MCU does it, it's gonna be phenomenal. I guarantee it. Mahershala is gonna be Blade. It's gonna be peak." I still think it is. When it eventually does come out, it will be great. After all the trial and error, of course, but I don't know. I would prefer a Ghost Rider project. I've been saying this forever. Like I really want to see Ghost Rider in the MCU. I've been saying this for the longest time. That him and Wolverine, I want the most. If I'm being honest. Um, People say that Taylor Swift is in Deadpool 3. Yeah, she's apparently going to be. Is it Starling? Is that the character's name? Starling? Correct me if I'm wrong. Right? Like she's the female version of Deadpool. Right? Let me know if I'm right or wrong, because I think I'm right, but I could be wrong. I'm okay with that. I mean, it would make sense. I'm not a huge fan of Taylor Swift, but it makes sense, especially because she is friends with Ryan Reynolds. And if she can act for a cameo, not a big deal. Would it be a little weird? Yeah, but it would make sense. Deadpool 3, let's be real. I think if she's gonna make any cameo, Deadpool 3 fits. Come on, it's Deadpool. Bro breaks the fourth wall. It would make sense. So go right ahead, do it. But I wouldn't want anything past that. Anything past the Deadpool movie, if that makes any sense. She's probably playing Dazzler. That's what it is. That's the name, Jamiggy. Thank you. Not Starling. Dazzler. Thank you. She could be. It would make sense. It would make sense. When I saw a picture of Dazzler, I was like, yeah, I could see that being Taylor Swift. And again, Taylor Swift is friends with Ryan Reynolds' wife, Blake Lively, so it makes sense. She would be, Dazzler, and I'd be okay with that because, like I said, crazy shit's gonna happen in Deadpool 3. The TVA are gonna be involved in Deadpool 3, and the multiverse is a thing, so it could happen. It wouldn't be too weird. You know what I mean? It's not like Mandalorian where we had Jack Black and Lizzo. That makes no sense. Makes no sense. That's too out. That's too taking me out of this fantasy world you got going on. But since it's Deadpool and Deadpool breaks the fourth wall anyways, I would be okay with that. I'd be okay with that. This is the same. This is the same franchise that had Deadpool shooting Ryan Reynolds because he was looking at the Green Lantern script, and then going and shooting the abomination of what they call Deadpool in Wolverine Origins, and we had Deadpool come in there and shooting that version of so-called Deadpool. It's believable. Like honestly, I'm okay with it. Like if she's gonna show up anywhere, it would make sense. It's that I would be totally fine with it. So yeah, I think Deadpool 3 is gonna be a hell of a ride, a hell of a fun ride. It's gonna be also like a farewell to the Fox characters, and I'm so happy that they're like. It's gonna be fun, but it's gonna be sad at the same time because we all have to remember whether we like the old X-Men movies or not, and whether we like the old Fantastic Four movies or not, whether we like the old Ghost Rider movies or not, whether we liked, some other things I can't name off on the top of my head, we have to remind ourselves that was a big part of our childhood, you know what I mean? So seeing those characters kind of do their final bow is going to be sad. It's going to be sad, I can't lie. But it's also going to be funny when Deadpool kills them, I can't lie. It's going to be super funny. She could be, I would make her a main character. I don't know about all that, but I could see her being like doing a cameo. I think we'll see other Deadpool, and that would make sense that she would show up. Why did they remove Cable? I have no clue why they removed Cable. I don't know. Obviously Taylor Swift singing in Final Battle. I hope not, but it would. But then again, like I said, it would make sense. It would make sense because let's be real, Deadpool can't take shit seriously, and that's what I like about the character. So I would be okay with that. This is also we have to remember in Deadpool 3 we have like a Cher. No, it wasn't Cher. It was what was it? Chris. I think her name is Christine. Why am I blanking on what her name is? Something Dion or whatever. Christine Dion or whatever. I'm probably butchering her name, I think. But she's the one that's saying the Titanic song. But she did the opening credits for the movie. So I mean, let's be real, they could totally do it. I would be so happy. I'm like, okay, like let's do it. I'm fully prepared for whatever they do. I have full faith in what they are doing with Deadpool 3. I don't have any complaints from what I heard about that movie. It sounds great. We truly have great things coming, guys. We really do. I don't know. it is sad when people want hate, and again, Marvel gets a lot of hate because Marvel's successful, so Marvel just gets the hate. But I don't know why. I really don't know why. I'm sorry. Like, I hate to say it, but like when people hate on DC, people have a right to hate on DC because usually when people hate on DC, they're Marvel and DC fans hating on DC. I'm a Marvel and DC fan, and I can hate on DC because DC can't do shit. I hate to say it, but in their universe movies, I don't give a crap. They've failed. They're not good. Eh. The only thing I care about with James Gunn's universe is definitely Superman Legacy. That's like the only thing I care about. In terms of outside of DCU, Elseworld stuff, I'm super excited for the Batman 2. I'm super excited for Joker 2. See what I'm saying? It's one of those things where it's like, and of course, some DC fans, mainly there are DC fans, are not Marvel fans, so they get angry when Marvel and DC fans hate on DC, when Marvel fans and also DC fans hate on DC movies. That's just how it goes. I don't know why, and they just take it out because they're all, and they start hating on Marvel because they're not Marvel fans. They just want to hate on Marvel because Marvel and DC fans are hating on DC. See what I'm saying? It's clustered when you think about it. I have a headache when I think about it. So that's why it's like, I mean, they can get angry all they want, but it's facts. Like, DC hasn't really made a good movie in their universe ever, if I'm being totally honest. So it is just tragic, but it is true. Outside universe stuff, 100%. The Batman was great. The Joker was great. That's about it. But the Deadpool video game, for PS4, oh yeah, it was fantastic, bro. Was my first introduction to Deadpool, and I loved it. Yeah, I think that was my first introduction to Deadpool as well, too, Jerry. Yeah, because I played that game. I think it was on the PS. Was it on the PS3? No, it was on the Xbox. I remember getting it on the 360. That's the first time I ever played it. I still have my 360 copy too. Remake the Deadpool game and Spider-Man, dude, and Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. That would be fire. Could you imagine? I mean, I would kill for like Deadpool. It could be the same Deadpool from that game making his way over into the Insomniac Spider-Man universe. You know how cool that would be? I never think it will happen, but it would be really, really cool because Insomniac is so against opening up the multiverse and opening up, like, making the world like a cinematic universe. They're so against it. They want to keep like Spider-Man contained. I think it'd be really cool if they did the opposite because they know how much people love their shit. So just come on now, like, you got the Avengers Tower there, you got the Sanctum, you got Nelson and Murdoch. Like, come on, man, just make the unit, make it. We love it. There would be not one I mean, of course, for the haters out there that just want to hate about everything, they'd hate it, but us true fans would love it. We'd be like, hell yeah. You know what I mean? Like, we'd be like, let's go. But I don't think it's ever going to happen, unfortunately. They'll probably just do separate stuff. Nothing connected. But I don't know. He's probably in Wolverine. Deadpool? That would be cool. If Deadpool was in Wolverine, the Wolverine game. You never know. Maybe wouldn't that be cool if Insomniac at least let those two characters be in the same world? That would be cool. Would be cool. I don't know if that's what they're going to do, but hey, we'll have to just wait and see until we get the Wolverine game. And Magneto. That would be cool if they just did the whole X-Men thing in that game. That would be really cool. I don't know if they will, because I think this is an older Logan. From what I saw from the trailers, he looks older, but maybe he's just normal Logan, and maybe just the whole veiny, hairy thing is just, I mean, it is a Wolverine thing, so maybe, like, I can't really tell, but he kind of looked old from that kind of teaser we got for the game. I have no clue. A game with Daredevil, Spider-Man, and Deadpool would be awesome. 100%. I agree. It would be awesome. I love how this was the Ahsoka after party discussion. We're talking about other shit, bro. I'm okay with it, but I just find that super funny. I agree, Jerry. That would be such a cool game. I'm really hoping that Daredevil makes an appearance in the Spider-Man game, an Insomniac Spider-Man game, whether it be the next game or the game after that. Please do it. Definitely see Hulk too. That would be cool. Hulk, Deadpool, and Wolverine in a game. Fire. You could do a Hulk versus Wolverine. You could do that. Maybe. What if that's gonna be in the Wolverine game? Hulk versus or Wolverine versus Hulk. That would be cool. That was a storyline in the game. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but hey, there's a lot they could pull from. There's a lot they could do. I'm okay with it if they want to do it. Do it. That'd be dope. What time is it? It's 10:50. Guys, I will be ending stream at 11 because I gotta do laundry and I gotta, like, fold it before it gets too late. I gotta do my laundry. I gotta watch some Doctor Who. I'm gonna get done with season 9 tonight. I gotta get that done. Yeah, a side mission. That'd be dope, Jimmy. Like I said, bro, like look, I love when we talk about this stuff, guys. I really, really do, because I swear to God, we could all of our minds together, if we were all in a room making a game, I think we could do it. I honestly think we could do it. We have such great ideas. I mean, this is what these companies need to hear. This is what Insomniac needs to hear. Our ideas that we got flowing. They need to hear these ideas, and they got to do them, because it'd be so cool. They would be unstoppable if they made a universe, and Insomniac made like a universe. Like a Fantastic Four is in there, Avengers is in there, like an Insomniac universe, like in the Spider-Man universe. Crazy. It'd be so crazy. Did you like the round 2 fight between Ahsoka and Morgan? Although I did. I thought it was I thought it was cool. Like the way I was like, oh damn, Morgan's getting it. I was like, damn, she's pretty cool. But it felt like Ahsoka shouldn't have not have had that much of a problem. You know what I mean? Like she's fought Ventress before. You know what I mean? Like she's fought these characters before. I'm like, okay, like why are you struggling here? Like she wasn't. I don't think Morgan was trained by any Jedi or any Sith. I don't think so. From what I remember from Mandalorian. So like, why are you having a problem? It just that didn't make much sense to me. It was a cool fight, but it's like, okay, this went on for way too long. Like just end her. Let's get it done with. I was like, come on. But it was cool. It was really cool, and it got really cool when they went up to the roof. That's when it started getting really cool. I was like, okay, this is pretty dope. Jerry said Hulk vs. Wolverine. Marvel, take my money. Lol, I agree. Take it. Take my money. I love these conversations, guys. I really do. I appreciate everybody that comes in these pre-show, after-show discussions, whether it be even to talk about the episode, or even if it isn't to talk about the episode, but you guys just want to talk. Love it. I love it. I really want to try to do. I can't remember what I got Friday. What do I have Friday going on? I got to watch Gen V, but that's about it. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I would like to do Friday stream again, guys. I didn't do one last week, but I'd like to do one this week. This week I was super busy. Or last week I was super busy, so I didn't even have time to do one. But I'd like to do one this week if you guys want me to do one. I want to try to keep it consistent, but I have so much going on, guys, in my life that sometimes it's very, very hard or things pop up. But I would like to be consistent with that. I really would like to, because I love having these conversations with you guys. Gen V is dope. Jamaica, you are damn right. Gen V is dope. Like I said, you know my opinion on it originally. I thought the trailers weren't doing it for me. And a lot of people were surprised by Gen V, how good it was. It was a surprise. The boys have done it again. Like this show's great. I am excited to see where the story goes. And also I said earlier in the stream, whether you were in here or not, I can't remember, but I said if you guys want me to react to Gen V on Patreon, I can do so. Like I could rewatch the first 3 episodes, get them up for you guys, and then I could just get it ready for me to rewatch the latest episode, which would be episode 4 this Friday. If you guys really want me to do that as an incentive to go join my Patreon, which again, like I said, is only $5 a month. We're going to be doing Loki this Thursday. I'm dropping the last 2 rewatches of season 1 of Loki this Thursday as well in the morning. And then also we're going to be watching Werewolf by Night, or but in color this time. I'm going to be reacting to that over on the Patreon. So if you guys are interested in me doing that, I would be more than glad to rewatch those episodes, and add them if you guys want me to do that. If that gets you to go sub over on the Patreon, that'd be amazing. I'm trying to get to 100 subs over there, so it'd be amazing. We got some great people, of course, over on the Patreon. Jerry, you are of course one of them. Which I want to say thank you again, man. I love that you're over on the Patreon. It's super fun. You give me great ideas too, so thank you. I really appreciate it, man, as always. But yeah, literally, it's super fun over there. And I would just like it if you guys could go do that for me. That'd be amazing. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna be ending it in a couple of minutes. The stream, it's 10:55. I'm gonna be ending the stream in any moment. But I just want everybody to have a nice night, of course. I just want to say thank you again for everybody that joined and everybody that will be joining later that finds my review for the season finale of Ahsoka. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below for people that are joining later on. Again, here, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, post notifications, and like this video. That would mean the world to me. I'm trying to get to, where am I at right now? Oh my god, I've not been paying attention enough to I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. That's what I'm trying to initially get. But as of right now, I want to say we are at. Let me get out of here. Let me go here. Channel real quick. We are at 742 subscribers. I would love if we could get to 800. That would be amazing. My initial goal is to get to 1,000. So if you guys can get me there, if you guys come across this video, please definitely do so. And if you've been watched, if you guys have been here, checking out my streams every week, and you've kind of been holding off to subscribe, please do so. It would mean the world to me. To help me get to my goal to 1,000 subscribers would mean the world. And also, again, if you could go subscribe over on my gaming channel, which of course is right here at Heroverse Gaming, which of course we're at 77 subscribers right now. We have 50 videos up, and I think that's including like streams and stuff. But I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers here, so that would be amazing if you guys can help me get there. Hell, even tonight. And also, I will be, like I said, covering Marvel Spider-Man 2 on October 20th. I'm going to be doing an unboxing, whether it be on October 19th or October 20th. And I will be doing a giveaway revolving Marvel Spider-Man 2 on October 20th. So there's a lot to look forward to over here, including some, if we get any more like trailers, TV spots, whatever, news, like especially if we get any photos or any news, I usually post it up on the community tab here, which as you guys can see right here. So definitely it's super fun over on the gaming channel. Soon I'll be playing other games like Marvel's Wolverine and some other cool games down the line. So yeah, definitely if you're interested, definitely go subscribe over here and get me to 100 subscribers. But guys, I'm going to be ending the stream here. I hope everybody has a great day, a safe day, and I'll see you guys next time.